Love.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Somebody dropped a nickel. Because somebody dropped a nickel.
There we go.
Where's the drop? Where's the tape version?
Do they have
somebody dropped a nickel.
Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's just start the whole show again. Hey, I'm Cross Secretary, Board Certified, Dr. Drew in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
There we go.
But did we need the goddamn 5 Mississippi before that?
How about we give like 5 in a row drops of that?
Because somebody dropped a nickel. 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 Because somebody dropped a nickel.
All right. That's Dr. Drew. You know what I love about this show, Drew?
Yeah.
Even when you do it the second time and you say, all right, let's do it right this time, there's still a hiccup. Yeah.
You know what I like
that,
is...
and by the way, you got to be a certain kind of F-up to do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
A special kind.
A special breed of F-up.
Like
and that's what we have over here at K-Rock. Yes.
Right.
The Dead 60s are in tonight. We got Matt McManaman. Yeah. That's a name. And Charlie Turner is in here as well. These guys are going to be playing at the Weenie Roast, Drew. You'll be glad to know.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Love that weenie roast.
He does love the Weenie Roast. And, Drew, you'll be back from New York City by then, yes?
Just in time, yes.
Just in time for the Weenie Roast.
Thank God. Thank you.
We'll hear something from the Dead 60s. Guys are from Liverpool.
Yep.
It's been a while since we've had somebody or a band from Liverpool out here, hasn't it, Drew?
Yeah. I can't remember who that would have been even.
I don't know. Who are all the favorite besides the Beatles? Who are the famous Liverpoolians?
You might have had Echo and the Bunnymen.
Oh, really?
Or the Laws. I've heard of them. Maybe they didn't make it that far.
No, not as famous as the Beatles or even Echo. But there's got to be a couple more. I mean, did the Beatles just make Liverpool a music scene for a while? Like, I don't know, Kurt Cobain made Seattle a music scene for a little while?
It's still kind of like that today. You know, magical mystery tours and...
Is it Beatles stuff everywhere?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Big yellow submarine statues, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it annoying, or are you proud of it?
It's a little bit annoying after a while, but, you know...
You get used to it, when you've been there for
we were kind of brought up on it, you know.
And you guys met as school boys?
Yeah, certainly did.
And was the plan always to play in a band?
Yeah, kind of was. Yeah.
And to take over the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and not
Still
in that
working
order.
on that one.
So, and you guys are young, right?
Yeah, 22.
22.
That Liverpool accent is so unmistakable. It's very interesting.
Yeah. And these guys are nice, too. We've found in our dealings with the folks across the pond, it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Either you have the jovial, friendly, and extra courteous types, or you get Blur.
Well, just wait until the beer arrives.
How
What's
is
that,
Liverpool
Drew?
now? The last time we had a Liverpool band, I cannot remember who it was, but they were talking about how there's sort of economic hard times for the working class in Liverpool, which is mostly who lives in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Is it still struggling there?
I'd say it's on the off again.
Yeah,
now,
things are looking up, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Drew, stop me if I'm wrong, but when you see white people out of work, it's almost quaint.
You kind of like
You know
it?
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the guy's wearing the cabbie hat, and he pulls the collar up on his blazer, and he's been out of work for 6 months now.
And he's standing outside a gate that's sort of a
chained
fence,
up.
a chain
And
fence. Yeah.
There's a trash can, and it's on fire, and he's warming himself.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's some when I see anyone darker than me out of work, I get depressed. When I see a white guy do it, it becomes, oh, this guy's going to now write a great novel. I think to myself.
It's in the manual, isn't it? You know, it's in the book.
It's like you're watching a movie when people from that region are out of work. Drew, isn't it nice
Yeah, absolutely. And there's one thing also, Adam, tonight that's missing. If you noticed, the last night, you remember the cello I was playing on the arm of the I can't do that tonight.
It got oiled up.
An engineer ran in here and put it on a mic stand and
Wow.
said, I listened to your show last night. I will not have Adam bad-mouthing the engineers at Westwood One.
Drew had one of his mic stand things was squeaking like it was haunted last night, so they greased it up for him. So we're going to greased up just means greased up in this country, by the way. It doesn't mean hand job or anal sex or anything like that.
Five-knuckle shuffle.
Just means greased
Whoa,
up.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Five-knuckle shuffle? Adam, that's for you.
One for
Woo, Adam.
What do you guys have, by the way, like... we have a snot rocket where, you hold one nostril and you blow.
Yeah.
Do you guys have something good for that? You have a good name for it?
No. It's just a kind of an England soccer thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, but you don't call it snot rocket.
No, I call it the Robbie Fowler, but you wouldn't get that. It's a football player.
He's a football player.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you have nothing good for that.
No.
What do you guys... I know you guys have never seen a swimming pool before, but...
Yeah.
Have you know do you have that game Marco Polo?
Polo?
Yeah, we know polo.
No, yeah, polo, but the game...
No.
The game
Marco
Marco Polo.
No.
Well, kids get in a swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
And it's like tag, but it's in a swimming pool. And one kid closes their eyes and says, Marco Polo, and he swims around trying to find him. You guys don't have that?
No, that sounds
Nothing?
very odd to me.
Wow.
Very odd.
That's depressing. You guys don't have pool games. That's sad.
We don't have pools.
That's sadder than not having pool games. Drew, imagine coming from a place where white guys were out of work and there's no pools. Wow.
Devastation.
Heavy, huh?
Devastating.
All right, so we're going to hear something from the Dead 60s and just a couple of few. They're going to be playing the Big Weenie Roast coming up this Saturday, and also the album, self-titled album, comes out on Tuesday, May 31st, so that'll be about a week or so later. All right, I see big boobs up here.
Okay.
Emily?
Yeah, hey.
16?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Hold on. I know you guys don't have an answer to this, but do you think people in England who have pools know what Marco Polo is?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
I don't think it's crossed that far. We've got a game called Kirby where you throw a ball against a curb.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you get it over a moving car, it's like you get like
Kirby.
1,000
We don't have pools, but we've got loads of roads. Yeah.
We've got concrete pools. You know what I mean?
Drew, should we demonstrate Marco Polo one more time for him?
With Marco Polo or with Adam?
Well,
Carolla?
I wanted to have my name changed, instead of Marco Polo, I wanted it to be Adam Carolla, but it doesn't make sense to you guys. But do Marco Polo, just show them how it's played.
Marco
Polo!
Polo. Fish out of water.
Yeah, see, that's if you think I got up and I'm running around the pool.
Oh, right,
okay.
yeah.
Again, a pool's a hole with water in it.
Yeah.
It has some of them have lights.
Puddle? No.
It's like a puddle. It's like a puddle. It's like a puddle, but you can't make in it. You can only do number one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Emily,
Yeah.
does it ever get hot in Liverpool?
No, not really.
Well, you guys ever think the name Pool is right in the name of your city? And yet you have no
Liver's
pools?
there as well, but
Well, liver is there, but you guys eat a fair amount of liver.
no, not really.
Well,
You have livers.
you have livers?
There are plenty of livers.
Oh,
yeah.
you have livers, but you have no pools.
Yeah.
Drew,
Yes, I'm just
that's
saying.
heavy. That's
yes, it
it's
is.
very heavy.
Adam,
the
I
word
agree with you.
pool is right in Liverpool. Yeah,
And they have livers, but no pools.
pool. Yeah.
And no
Heavy,
Marco
man.
Polo, dude. No
And
Marco
no Marco Polo. I could bring Marco Polo to England.
I think you should.
I think it'll take off.
You see, the one person has their eyes closed, so they're going around Marco and the Polo, and then they tag you.
I think you should bring it over. Could be the
I'm
next
doing
big
it.
thing.
I'm doing it. Emily,
Hi, Adam.
you're 16.
Yes, sir.
You know Marco Polo, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm afraid of penises extremely.
You're what?
Can't hear that. Yeah.
I'm
What do you have?
I'm afraid of penises, and I need to know how to not be.
Afraid
of penises.
Yeah.
Phallophobia, that's called.
It
Believe
is?
it or not. Yeah, there's actually.
I mean,
a
like
name for it.
phallic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
I don't say I'm scared of penis, but I think I have a healthy respect for penis. You know what I mean? Like that's my dad taught me. It's like you don't fear the penis, son.
Yeah, definitely.
But you
Don't fear
always
it.
respect it.
Yeah.
You
It's not a toy.
Don't look in the eye. Never run with the penis in the house. You never hand a loaded penis to another man.
Yeah.
Always face it. You always hand it balls first if you are going to hand the penis.
Don't hand it loaded.
Keep it locked up. All right, Drew?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, bud. All right, Emily. It says here you have big boobs.
Oh, yeah.
What size?
A very full C, almost a D.
All right. Well, that's okay. Not by Loveline standards, but that's fine. All right. What happened? Anything bad happened to you we need to know about?
Yes.
No. When I was, 1.5, my mom left for, 3 months, but she came back.
Oh, that's
interesting.
Freaky. It's interesting you would bring that up. Why do you bring that one up?
Well, I don't know, just because I have a therapist and we were talking about that recently.
Oh, okay. Did you have bad dreams or anything, or recurrent nightmares, anything of that sort?
No, I don't believe... I have recurring dreams, but they're always generally good dreams.
Good dreams, okay. How old are you again?
She's 16. When she left, was she picked up in the Oscar Mayer mobile? Hold on, Drew.
No.
Let her answer. What's that?
No, she wasn't.
It's a giant hot dog-shaped bus. I thought maybe she would think of penises.
Oh, yeah,
as
that
taking,
could have
taking
triggered
her
off
mother
the whole
away.
kind of phobia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did it for me.
Good thought, that, yeah.
That's what my dad told me, to
your point.
respect the penis. Yes?
I bet this is something you just get over. I bet it's
All
just a sort of it's like Adam's
Healthy.
respect. It's a healthy thing. Yeah, at a certain point you should be fearful of them.
True.
You should be more feared of what's attached to them.
Yes, you want the sack or the males?
Huh?
What's attached to the penis?
Yeah, not the sack. No, the male.
Oh, the males.
male.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Drew. I screwed with your metaphor.
How dare you? How dare you?
But you want your kids to be scared of, what? Motorcycles, snakes, and peni?
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Better to have a daughter who's scared of the penis than one who worships it, right?
Oh, yes.
And can't get enough?
Yes.
Climbs into a pit with 1,000
Okay.
penis? Okay. Teresa's daughter just likes to talk about that. All right, let's talk to let's talk to Stacy right here. Stacy?
Yeah.
17?
Yeah, I'm 17.
You got that little girl voice.
Yes, indeed.
That spells trouble.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened? Well, my problem or...
Well, let's just talk about what gave you that little girl voice. Molestation. Yes?
No, actually, I live with my grandparents, and my mom lives in Florida, and I've never met my dad. They don't even know if my dad's black or not.
And why did your mom dump you off with your grandparents?
I would just assume he is black, by the way. That's what I did with my dad,
My
even though he was around.
My mom gave me to my grandparents when I was, 1, because she couldn't handle it. She duct taped me to the wall.
Oh, my goodness. So that's what the trauma is. She duct taped you to the wall.
Well, it could have just been a frat stunt. Did you get drunk and pass out?
No.
Is she a drug addict, your mom?
My mom?
Yeah.
She's kind of a whore.
Yeah. Yeah, you really shouldn't say that about your mom unless she's actually a whore. But if she's a whore, then, you got to call her whore because it's like you have to state your profession,
She is.
Okay. Well, now,
She's been
Stacy.
married, 8 times.
Okay, so your grandparents brought you up. What color are you?
I'm white.
Are you white?
Yeah.
Well, what makes you think your dad may be black?
Because my mom was sleeping with a lot of black guys, and then I came up.
Yeah. Well, but you're white.
Yeah.
Well, you would look. Well, you would
the
look.
details,
skin
Adam.
color's white.
You would look black, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily. I know a lot of people that are half black and
No.
they're
Let me
Don't
tell you
sweat the
something.
details.
No, hold on. Let me explain something. The black is the dominant gene. You take a quart of white paint, you put 1 drop of black in it, it turns a different color. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just 50-50, you're going to look black. That's the way it works. It's powerful. Us white guys, we got nothing. We got no genes. Blacks, they got all the genes. Stacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know it.
All right,
What color's your hair?
My hair is
It's white?
It's brownish, and it's really frizzy, and it's I got to fro a lot. I got to straighten my hair all the time.
Okay, all right. Well, what's your question?
Well, see, I grew up with this guy since I was 2 years old. I've known him for like ever. We became best friends and stuff. And just recently, like a month ago, we like both came out and told each other we loved each other and stuff like that. And we ended up losing our virginity together. And
how old are you again?
17.
17. Write it down, Drew. Come on, buddy. Get a pad there. Go ahead.
And like 2 weeks ago, I recently found out I'm pregnant, and like I haven't heard from him.
Oh my God!
I
Hold
can't
on.
find him.
I think your dad's black now. Change my vote. Go ahead, Stace. And you haven't been able to.
Yeah, I can't find him. I haven't heard from him. I don't know where he is. And
shockingly, you've recreated the family circumstances of your own.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Your kid's not going to know his dad or her dad, just like you didn't know your dad. Yeah. That's how people work. I'm going to go on a minor tirade about this in a second. Let's just help Stacy if we could. Okay. So what is the question for us, Stacy?
I don't know what to do. I mean, I've always been a good girl, and my parents have always trusted me and stuff like that. And
your grandparents?
My grandparents, yeah, my grandparents.
Right,
and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
All right, how far along?
Talk to your parents. Talk to your grandparents.
How far along are you?
Well, it's only been 2 weeks since I found out.
All right. Since you found out you're pregnant.
And this happened a month ago, so.
All right. How about you go to, you got any Planned Parenthood type place around there?
Not that I know of. I've never really had to look into something like this.
Right.
Okay, where do you live?
Well, now it's time. She lives in Wisconsin.
I'm sure there's Planned Parenthood, and if you feel comfortable, bring it up with your grandmother and get some support from them and help them, let you help them. I always say this: get their support as you sort your way through this. It's going to be tough.
Yeah,
but you've created exactly what you lived through.
Do you want to get an abortion?
Not really, but I don't really want a kid right now either.
All right.
I really don't. I don't want to do something like that.
All right, I know, but this is why. See, this is the tough part about being an adult. There's a whole bunch of stuff like like Engineer Chris. It's like he wants a degree, but he really doesn't want to go to school. What do? He's torn. You know what I mean? I'd like money, but I don't want to work. I don't want to have an abortion, but I don't want to have a kid, and I'm pregnant. These decisions are tough to make when you're in your teens. They're very difficult. At 29, by the way, Chris, you should sort them out. But in your teens, these are tough decisions.
But that's why you don't make them as a teenager. You have your parents or an adult help you through them because they're just overwhelming. Your brain isn't prepared to handle these kinds of things.
All right, Drew. What have we learned from doing this show? What do we know? What is the one thing we've learned from doing this show?
What's the one thing?
The one thing we've learned is that history repeats itself.
Oh,
you show me
history.
And it repeats itself almost down to the month. Like people call us who are thinking about getting divorced. They've been married for 3 years. Their parents got divorced when they were 3. You know, it just repeats itself. And why shouldn't it? I mean, what else would humans do if you think about it?
Not repeat it. That's what they would do. But they repeat it in uncanny accuracy. Here she is. I'm a good girl. I'm not interested in sex. Now all of a sudden I'm pregnant magically with a guy who doesn't exist. Huh?
Right.
How'd that happen?
Right. And I've never known my father. Of course. All right. This is what happens. All I'm asking, see, this country's very unrealistic. We want to treat everyone exactly the same. We don't want to focus on people that may be in danger. Put it this way. Here's the deal. Drew, if your kids repeat what they grew up with, our society will be fine. That means 2 parents that love them very much, a dad that worries a little too much, but they send them to a nice school and they get a good education and everything's paid for and they go on to be successful, yet neurotic professionals.
Of course.
All right, fine. That's fine. But if we have a history of the Stacys of the world repeating itself, society comes off its hinges, right? We got single moms, we got welfare states, we got grandparents raising kids, we have abuse, we have substance abuse, we have teen pregnancy. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do it in a good way, they're going to do it in a bad way. All we ask is that we focus on those Stacys of the world and not let them repeat it.
Yes.
And everyone thinks that's unfair to Stacy. Get hold of Stacy at 15, at 13, at 11 and say, look, here's what you can look forward to. We're going to help you. And you know what? Oh, you're 15. We're putting you on birth control. Because you know what? You got about a 90% chance of being pregnant by the time you get to the junior year of high school. Everyone looks at that as some sort of abuse of the rights of Stacy.
Right.
We're helping her, just like a doctor would. And then I want everyone to get in these gray jumpsuits, and then I'm going to replace Jesus with my face, my giant head on a cross, Drew. Everyone will worship me. Carolla, and it all starts with Marco Polo being replaced with Adam Carolla. But why can't we do that? Don't we know where Stacy's going? And then what about this kid she craps out in 6 months? Don't we know where that kid's going? Haven't we seen it? Isn't that kid going to get raised by his grandparents?
Yep.
Or great-grandparents in this case? All right. Very depressing. What do they do? What do they do in England with this stuff? Do they just pretend it doesn't exist?
Yeah, it kind of presents it
Usually
great.
take a tumble down the stairs, to be honest with you.
They just they fall downstairs, Drew.
Oh, I see.
Do they have like public service announcements? Do they have a Planned Parenthood? Do they tell?
Yeah, there's all that kind of stuff going on. Yeah.
Does it work?
No, not really.
Not really.
No.
And is it touchy subject? The government doesn't want to get involved. No one wants to talk about
it's
it.
not. You know, it's not that widespread. Like, you know, I mean, it's kind of just ignored. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just sort of live and let live.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's sort of the government's role is build roads and then build prisons and build rehab clinics, so that when these people start spinning out, we'll have a place to put them. Oh, and keep building a police force so we can contain these people later on.
That's the attitude.
All right. Hey, it makes perfect sense, Drew, right?
Of course.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. The Dead 60s in here tonight. Going to be playing the world-famous K-Rock Weenie Roast coming up this Saturday with some big-name bands. Yeah, and some surprise bands, too.
Yeah.
Yeah? You know what the surprise band is this year?
What the headline is?
No, there's a surprise band.
No, I don't know. I haven't heard yet.
No,
I can tell you what that is. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, who is it?
The surprise this year is no surprise band.
That's good.
Yeah, people are going to be pissed off, yet surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised. All right, we will. Is there a surprise band, Chris? Do you know anything?
Yeah, there is.
There is.
I don't know if it's been announced, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't want to say anything.
Oh, how do you know there's a surprise band, Drew?
Because I know.
You do? All right.
I'll tell you off the air.
Cool.
You will?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's not a surprise.
Okay. You sure you don't want to tell me right now?
No.
Okay. The Dead 60s, we'll hear something off the new CD, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is in New York City. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
Yeah. All right. Chris, you don't have to bang stuff. Hold still. Try it one more time. You ready? Don't talk. Are you potted down? Mm-hmm. Okay. Shh. Dr. Drew in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
That's right.
Nice.
Matt
Well
and Charlie here tonight from the Dead 60s. They're going to play. They're going to be playing the Weenie Roast coming up this Saturday. We're going to hear something off the new CD, which is coming out Tuesday, the 31st. Matt, who's your favorite band?
Well, Dinosaur Jr., I think.
Yeah.
The early stuff.
Early stuff.
Yeah. Kind of like the, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
I was coaching the guys on how to be cool, and I told them Dinosaur Jr. is a good band to name when people ask what your favorite band is or who your influences are, because no one knows a Dinosaur Jr. song, but everyone's heard of the band.
And it sounds cool.
You sound cool, and you always sound cooler when people have heard of the band but don't know any songs, and you seem like an expert on it. You know what I mean? And they'll never question you. See? It's better. So I'm going to stop using Journey and Trickster.
Because everyone knows
two bands.
Trickster.
Yeah. Well, people know.
Use Humble Pie.
Yeah, I'm going to use Humble Pie. Yeah. Yeah. Dinosaur Jr. Anyone know a Dinosaur Jr. song?
No.
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 But great
Usually
band.
that's the
Great
phoners, the people who phone in, ask them if they know.
All right, let's ask. I'm
Have like a little vote or a poll or
going
something.
to start off with Becky. Becky,
Hello.
26.
Hi.
Can you name a Dinosaur Jr. song?
No, I can't. But I've heard of them.
You know them. See, that makes me so much cooler than you because I'm into somebody that you've heard of, but you don't know any of their songs.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm just going down the road here, Drew. I'm just going to see what I can find. Holly,
Yeah?
have you heard of Dinosaur Jr.?
Yes, I have.
Can you name a song?
I can't name a song, but I've heard them.
Perfect. Perfect. You see how cool we are.
Yeah, I love it.
People just running to the computer. Greta,
Yeah?
18.
Yeah?
Have you heard of Dinosaur Jr.?
No.
All right, see? Oh,
That's all right.
we
That's all right.
still have our cool quotient here because now they have.
You don't want everyone to know about your band, your influence.
Yeah, that's right. Sarah,
Yeah.
Dinosaur Jr., have you heard of the band?
I wish I could say I have. This is the first time.
But it sounds cool, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Watch me try it on her. Sarah,
It's me again.
yeah, ask me who my favorite band is.
Who was your favorite band? Dinosaur?
You know, I listen to everything, but right now I'm listening to a lot of Dinosaur Jr. See? Do you see how cool that was?
So cool.
If we were together, she'd be giving me oral right now. Sam,
Yeah.
you know the band Dinosaur Jr.?
You know, I haven't heard of them.
Wow, we got a cold streak here. We got one more to try. You still get to be cool because the deal is either they haven't heard of them or they have, but they can't name a song. Matt,
Yeah.
Dinosaur Jr.
I own one of their CDs.
Oh, you do? Uh-oh.
Cheating.
But
Cheating.
I couldn't name a song for you.
Really?
It's the right answer.
Awesome, because they're one of my favorite bands. I'm listening to a lot of them right now. That's what I listen to in the car. Okay? All right, good man.
Name a song for us, Adam?
Hey, man, you know what? I can tell you an era I like their early stuff. Now the thing is when you run into Matt, it's like you've been saying you graduated from Colgate your whole life, never getting called on it, and then you meet an alumni, and all of a sudden the jig's up. He's got a Dinosaur Jr. album, but he doesn't know a song. So what do? We just talked to 6 people. Half of them had heard of the band and couldn't name a song. The other half hadn't heard them. Yeah. Hence the perfect band. Perfect. Yeah. All right, so that's your new band. All right. Let's try it again. You guys have a pretty eclectic mix of music. Who's your biggest influence musically?
Dinosaur Jr., of course.
Okay.
But mainly the B-sides.
Wow. Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, the stuff's pretty cool, too.
Oh, okay. Right on.
But do you want a real answer now?
Right
I mean, do you want...
No.
Are we still playing?
No, we're playing. Yeah,
All
we're
right,
not interested in a real answer.
Yeah, no.
Becky?
Yeah.
You're 26. Sorry, I just had to go through everyone and find out if they knew.
Oh, no, I don't feel so bad now.
All right, what's up?
No one else. I was just calling to respond to that girl who's scared of penises.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that when I was 16, I was petrified of penises.
Oh, really?
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I was a virgin, and they're intimidating, when you haven't seen a lot of them. And when you haven't, you just see them in pornos, and they look so scary and big.
Yeah.
But they're not. So I wanted to tell her that just, give it a few more years, and when she gets more comfortable, with sexuality and herself, then she'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you've gotten over the hump.
Oh, yeah, I love penises now.
All right.
But I think a lot of girls are scared
Right.
at that age.
Fair enough.
Would you say you
it's a
crave
protective
penis
thing.
now? Are you married?
No.
Oh, so the world is your penis. All right. Drew, write that down.
I got it.
All right, Becky. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Let's hear a little something from Dinosaur Jr. No. Let's hear a little something from the Dead 60s. Yes, Chris?
Yeah.
You ready to rock, brother?
Let's go.
Yeah, this is from the self-titled CD. First song called Riot Radio. Yeah, that's the Dead 60s, everybody. New CD's going to be out on the 31st of May, but if you can't wait that long to hear the guys, you just go out to the Weenie Roast this Saturday. Irvine, well, don't go out there because the tickets are all sold out. They sold out fast, too.
Did you find out who the special guest was? The surprise band?
Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't. I don't know. Like I said, the surprise this year's no surprise guest, which would be a disappointment, but still a surprise.
Yeah,
you would be
it
surprised.
does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah,
so,
you came home and let's say a pipe burst in your house and your whole house was flooded. You would be surprised, but it doesn't always have to be positive.
It doesn't have to be good, does it?
No. You could get hit by a meteor. You would be surprised. You'd be dead and surprised. It's not always a good thing. Everyone thinks surprise party. No, it's not always a party, gentlemen. Heavy, Drew. All right, let's talk to, let's see, Greta. Greta?
Hi.
18?
Yeah.
What's up, baby doll?
Well, I've been dating my boyfriend for about 7-8 months, and the whole time, I've never gotten him to finish.
Oh.
And
what means had you been using?
well, we've been all the way. I've tried a lot of combination between manual and oral stimulation, and nothing really seems to quite go the extra mile for him.
Some guys.
Well, it's tough on the psyche, Drew, but easy on the upholstery. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, it's difficult for a young lady. But as far, if I was to try to sort of paint a happy picture of this, I'd say, the upholstery is none the worse for wear. Yes, Greta?
Yeah.
Yes. So is he on anything? Is he on steroids or anything?
No, he's not on anything. I sometimes I get pretty upset about it, and he tries to make me feel better by saying that since he was 14, he's always done it for himself a lot. And I asked him to do it for me once before so I could see what he was doing, figure out maybe if I was doing something just really different than what he liked. And he just goes so very fast.
Yeah.
I don't think I can keep up. And
Now it's like playing the spoons. It's hard to do it on someone else's thigh. You got to do it on your own. Yeah. That's heavy too, Drew. That's really heavy. Heavy. Carolla.
Getting too heavy.
Heavy. Polo. All right, so I can't believe you guys don't have Marco Polo.
No.
I could take over your country with Marco Polo.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. We'd have tournaments. I'd be champion. It'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
And here's the thing. I figure with a country where, they're into cricket and soccer and Australian rules football and all that crap, I could sell a Marco Polo easily.
Yeah,
that could be a sport. Easily be a sport over there.
I think I'll take it over and introduce it myself.
No, you won't. No, you will not.
We're going to go back and get sponsors going.
Greta?
yeah.
All right. So, Well, how long have you guys been having sex?
Only about a month.
But they're not having sex. They're just oral and hand.
I thought you said they went all the way.
Yes.
Oh, they did. Okay.
We've had sex about a month.
You've had sex.
About a month,
All right.
yes.
All right. So here's the thing. When he does it for himself, what position is he in? Is he on his back?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the first thing. He is going to have to be in the exact same position he's in when he's doing it for himself for him to achieve it with you in the room. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if he's having sex and he's on top of you, that's not going to work. He's got to be in his position doing his thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then you have to sort of start slowly weaving yourself into this. Drew, do you think this is horrible advice?
I don't have a clear sense of what's going on here.
Here's the deal. We have this call once every 3.5 years, which is the guy masturbates and he starts at age 13 or 14.
Yeah, there's that thing.
Guy hooks up with a chick at 18 for the first time. He has, at that point, been masturbating for 5.5 years. He has masturbated 72,000 times. He has an orgasm 72,000 times, 74.5 if you count nocturnal emissions, with no woman in the room. Now he's got a chick in the room, And even though he's excited that there's a chick in the room, the physical sensation is totally foreign to him. It's like masturbation is what he knows.
It's just a clear case of stage fright, I think.
Stage fright meets muscle memory. Like, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Drew.
It's like playing the piano.
It is. So here's the thing. You can't go into these different positions with these different sensations and expect the same outcome if you have a good, or if you're a small percentage of the guys that have 5 years of doing this under their belt, so to speak. So I say he does it while she's in the room, and she just sort of slowly incorporates herself to eventually he's able to hand over the baton and let her carry it for a while. Yeah. Yes, Drew, yes? Heavy, yes?
Heavy.
All right. The Dead 60s in studio tonight. Going to be the Weenie Roast coming up this Saturday. Also, new CD coming out 31st. That is a couple Tuesdays from now. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline, I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew's in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
Still always an extra beat.
It was better that time.
It was a lot better.
Towards the end of the show, I think you'll have it on the button.
Listen, the show ends at midnight, but about 12:15, we should be right on. Yeah. The Dead 60s in tonight. Matt and Charlie representing the band. We will hear something else off the CD in the 11 o'clock hour, and they're going to be at the Weenie Roast this weekend and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right, let's see. Having fantasies and dreams about being with girls. Never has. Jessica? Jessica? 19? Yeah? Speak up. Hello?
Hello? I'm sorry.
All right,
no good.
phone's
no
bad.
Good. Yeah,
right.
no good.
Sarah,
Hi.
I know you had a different question, dating same guy for 8 years. You want to know if it's time to move on? But I really had my heart set on a lesbian fantasy question. So could we go ahead and change yours to that?
I wish I could say that for you, but unfortunately I'm all about the penises, so...
Well, still. What's the topic for tonight?
Well, okay. First, earlier, that girl who got pregnant, she says she's pregnant, she doesn't know what to do, and you were saying it runs in the family. I was adopted, and I found my birth parents last year, and my birth dad was adopted, and I said, ever since I knew that, since I was little, I was like, I'm not doing that. So I went to Planned Parenthood, and I got condoms, and I tested the guy, and this is the guy I've been with for 8 years. My question is...
And do you have any kids?
No.
Good.
I've protected myself, and I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have that carried on.
Yeah, and let me just say this. There's a lot of ways in which to measure intelligence, SAT scores and college entry, this and that. Yeah. This is intelligence to me.
Yeah.
This is the very essence of intelligence. When you figure out what's happening to you, what has happened to you, what has happened to your family, and you say, not to me. I'm going to go get some. I understand the way nature wants me to go and the way the stars want me to go. I'm going to go get some condoms and some birth control, and it's not going to happen to me. That is a certain kind of smarts I wish everybody had, Sarah.
It's like a case of, joining the dots, isn't it?
So much. Okay, cool. I think that, unfortunately, our children are not educated enough. When they say, I didn't think it was going to happen to me, you think, well, didn't you learn sex ed? The sperm goes into the egg.
Well, look, having some old biddy with a chain on her glasses draw a picture on a chalkboard about something that looks like ovaries is not going to do it to a screwed up 15-year-old.
Not only that, we have abstinence only education for the most part in a lot of the schools. So it's just none of that.
I had to find a place on my own. It's like a side place that's very quiet, and it's not the doctor. You pay out of your pocket just to do what you can, like a Planned Parenthood kind of thing. So I think there should be more options.
For what? What'd you have, an abortion?
No, for going to get my boyfriend tested and everything, to make sure I was doing it safe. And that's
all right, well, anyway, so
I was with this guy for 8 years.
8 years.
And I met him. My mom had cancer, my adoptive mom, rather, when I was 17. And my boyfriend ditched me. He was dating this girl, and I don't think he wanted anything to do with somebody who had a mom with cancer. And then I met my boyfriend.
What was that?
he was dating this girl. I don't know if she's talking about her or she's talking about he was dating another girl and her whose mom had cancer.
I see.
I don't know. Sarah?
The boy that I was seeing right when I found out my mom had cancer, he left me pretty much. I've dated all these crappy guys. Well, anyway, so I met this guy after this guy, and his grandfather was dying, and so we kind of related. My mom was dying, his grandfather was dying. First his grandfather died, then my mom died, and we became connected. I then...
Did you meet him at the hospital or something, or you just met him and it was just a happy coincidence that a family member was dying?
I met him at driver's ed.
Nice.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean serendipity. I don't mean... Well, you know what I'm saying.
So
common ground.
So I think I felt like this...
Common burial ground.
So
Sacred common burial ground.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So I lost my virginity.
Okay.
And did all the protection, everything.
Sure.
And it's been 8 years. I went 2 years after my mom died. I went through depression. I gained weight. I didn't do anything. I smoked pot all the time. I really was depressed.
All right. Well, hold on a second.
Job, whatever.
Sarah, hold on. It's only a 2-hour show, so let's get this crack-a-lack in here. Does this guy want to get married?
I'm not sure because
Well, you should know after 8 years.
Well, his parents were divorced when he was young.
I don't care. Okay, he doesn't want to get married.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We have to cut through the fog all the time because ladies are BSing us as well as BSing themselves.
Worse than all of themselves.
Right. His parents got divorced. Please.
Why would he talk about it to me like he wants to?
Yeah, look, here's the deal. Guys do what they want to do, ultimately.
Right.
If you're not getting married, it's because he doesn't want to get married, not because he says he wants to get married, but he's torn. His parents got divorced, and he's scared he's going to make the same BS.
Scared.
He's scared. Good. Well,
how old is he?
24.
Nice.
Scared is a worse reason. I'd rather, it better he just doesn't want to get married. If he's scared of it, he's never going to get married. So forget it. Move on.
How do you move on after 8 years? You've done the same thing every year.
All right, but look at you. Are you how well are you doing? How great has it been?
Well, you're at 25. You're just trying to find yourself. How you're going to live and who you're going to be. And
all right, how can you find yourself dragging around the same anchor for the last 8 years?
Right, that's the interesting question. Did you go to college?
Heavy.
Do I give it a break or do I just? That's it.
No, wait a minute. We shouldn't be telling her what to do. Did you go to college?
What do you mean? It's my job. I don't care.
Did you go to college?
Everyone, jump off a cliff.
I'm going.
Or bridge.
I'm taking technical college right now.
Good.
You didn't go to college.
She's going to technical college. What are you learning how to do? Computers?
I'm learning how to do floral designing.
Oh, really? Good. Yeah.
I'm sick of working in the food business.
No, it's important to learn how to stick things into that green styrofoam.
The fast food business?
What did you say?
The fast food
right,
business?
Drew, leave her alone.
Right.
Here's the thing. They've been together for 8 years. He's not wanting to get married. She's wanting to get married.
Here's
she
the
feels
deal.
stagnant.
I know, but she has to ask him, are you just not at the right time for marriage, or am I not the right person for marriage, or can you tell? Get an answer out of him.
But what about the fact that you've been with one person your entire life?
No, it's a bad idea. You need to break out and find out who you are and date other people and that sort of thing. But it'd be interesting. She needs to know what this guy's up to. Most guys just need to be at a certain place in their real life to consider marriage. It really isn't about who they're with. It's about the fact that they have to understand who they are in the world.
No, that's right. Dead. All right. True, yeah. All right. Yeah, pee-whipped. That's when you understood. When you understood you were a victim of the pee-whipping, that's when you knew it was time to get married, right, Drew?
That's right.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. Dead 60s here tonight, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, that was bang on. That was on the button.
Dead nuts on. Wow. Nailed that one. I'm not even going to try it again. You don't mess with that one. No. The Dead 60s are here tonight. We'll hear something else from Matt and Charlie off the new CD of the same title. We will hop back on the phones, and we'll speak to Lauren. Lauren.
Hello?
22?
Yeah.
You're into Dinosaur Jr.?
Yes, I am.
And you can name a song?
Yes, I can. Feel the...
Big whoop. Big whoop. Look, listen, I give you an hour to come up with a popular band song. Come on.
Yeah, be safe in the net.
So proud of ourselves.
Got the laptop out there, you know.
Big deal. Please. All right. She's so proud of herself. She's going to name a song from Dinosaur Jr. All right. Where are we going? Let's see. Had sex? Oh, yeah. Let's talk to Sam. Sam.
Hey, what's up?
17.
Yeah,
You're forced to have sex with a 8-year-old when you were 4?
yeah.
Who did this to you?
I was over at my grandparents' house, but they weren't involved. I was just downstairs watching TV, and some of my grandparents, I guess, friends' grandsons or whatever came downstairs, and they had this girl with them, and they made me get naked. And
Wait, who made you do this? I'm still unclear.
Some of the kids there, I don't know.
More kids.
What does that mean? Other 8-year-olds?
Yeah, I think they were actually teenagers. I was 4. It's really foggy. All I remember is that they made me get naked and they took pictures of me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's adults doing that.
Hold on a second. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Yeah, so what's the question?
Yeah.
I'm a sex addict, and I'm also a recovering alcoholic and a drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on a second,
sets
though.
that all up. Listen,
Yeah, the one time probably not, but coming from a family that thought it's a good idea to associate with these kind of characters, that's probably what did it.
Just suffice it to say that in my life, my professional life, if somebody needs treatment in inpatient, my chemical dependency program, the probability is nearly 100% that they have a trauma history. And you're describing some significant trauma. And sexual traumas like that not only set you up for addiction, they set you up for sexual addictions.
But Drew, everyone who you see, you look at as a trauma victim, right?
No. This is a good one. This is
one. But if there's nobody who comes before you who you don't decide is a trauma victim.
Well, it's pretty easy to, it's so common in our culture. It's hard to, find somebody
you can make something stick. Yeah. So, Sam.
Yes?
What else went on in your life beside this?
My parents got divorced. My mom was extremely emotionally and physically abusive.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, that's more. I mean, here's the thing. This one incident that happened when you were young is not a good thing for any child to experience. But that, in and of itself, may not have made you into what you are today. But having the abusive mom and the chaotic family, they all got together and conspired against you. So now you're where you're at, and what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. That's why I called you guys. I don't know who to bring this up with or who to talk about it with.
Well, now hold on. Did you say you were recovering?
Yeah, I just got out of rehab a couple months ago.
All right. So you brought this all up in treatment, I hope.
No, I didn't deal with any of this because I was dealing with my chemical dependency and stuff.
All right. Here's the deal. You have a sponsor now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Begin to talk about this with your sponsor. In all probability, he will tell you just to kind of put that aside for a little while. Get your ass in a seat, take the cotton out of your mouth and put it in out of your ears and put it in your mouth.
Oh, that's heavy, Drew.
It's heavy, huh?
But
Adam.
Carolla.
and
hold on,
listen,
take the cotton out of your ears
and put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth. All right.
Not
up your ass, though.
Not up your ass. And what I like best about the fact that you're repeating that is I probably said that about 37 times on this show. You never have heard it for some reason.
Well,
anyway,
I had cotton in my ears.
Cotton in your ears, yeah.
And by the way, you didn't
ain't going in your mouth, though.
You didn't say it as much as you butchered it, Drew. Let's be honest.
Right. You're right.
Take the snot out of your ears and put it up your nose. Oh, Christ, wait a minute. Did I screw that up? All right, come on, buddy.
The fact is that trauma material, the sort of the experiential and emotional aspects of looking into that trauma can be so evocative that it can destabilize your recovery. Mm-hmm. So there will be a time. You will absolutely need to get into that in your recovery, but kind of talk to your sponsor a little bit about it, and he will decide on the timing of that. And you may also want to see a psychiatrist, a psychologist going forward.
All right. And remember, it takes all kinds.
Does indeed.
Do they have that saying in
yeah,
England?
They do.
Yeah. We had it here, but we kind of lost it. We don't say it anymore.
No, that's pretty popular over back home.
Yeah. It takes all kinds.
Yeah.
Now, see, I would reckon there's not a 22, 23-year-old out here that probably even has heard of that. Drew, what do you think?
Yeah, that age group, you're right. I think you're right.
Engineer Chris.
What's that?
If you hadn't heard me say it 126 times a night, had you heard it takes all kinds before you met me?
Actually, no, I heard it from here first, I think.
Okay.
I did.
Very honest.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now close your mic. All right.
He's done a really good picture over there, I've just seen.
See, he's coming in with a gun one night, by the way. That'll be the end of me. A hostage-like situation. Drew, if I'd done my math right, you'll be out of town chasing a nickel. That'll be my last thought is, why can't you shoot Drew? The last thing out of my mouth. All right, let's talk to Jake, who's 17. Jake?
Hey.
What's up?
Just want to say you guys are great. I listen to you guys almost every night.
Thanks.
I'm calling in because I heard you guys talking about, like, sex ed and how it's taught by, like, old hacks and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually a peer health educator.
Ooh.
And, like, I go to kids in my own school, Berkeley High, and, like, teach them how to put on condoms and about, like, contraception and STDs.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're calling from Berkeley, which is very, very progressive.
Kind of discredits things.
Yeah, a lot of lefties and gays over there trying to move the agenda.
Anything goes.
Well, the whole idea is that it's really a bunch of gays trying to get other guys who are straight in bed. So they just call them uptight, and eventually everyone drops their guard, and they drink wine coolers, and turns into a big F fest. That's the agenda. They don't tell you that. But that's the agenda over there. But they're progressive, and some of the progressive ideas are pretty good. Like, look, people are going to have sex. Let's educate them and stop pretending like it doesn't exist. And, Jake, how do you get to become a peer educator?
The program was there when I came to the school, but it's like you apply, and then it's a peer-run program. So each year, the peers that keep going in the program that don't graduate, they like accept new ones next year.
Do you get a windbreaker?
We have a sweatshirt.
A sweatshirt. Nice. I would need a windbreaker and possibly ones with the zipper-up hood that builds in that you never take out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
we have the fake Visa slogan, the priceless thing.
How's it go?
The sex $0, condom $0, knowing that you're STD free, priceless.
Yeah, solid.
Cool. Yeah.
Solid. Although later when you get out of high school, you realize it was lame. But solid. Solid right now. Solid. All right, buddy. So you're doing the Lord's work over there.
It's good work.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm sure it helps, right?
I think it does, because Berkeley has one of the lowest teen pregnancy rates in all of California.
Is that because everyone's gay, though?
Yeah. Yes. It's all cornhole. Lord knows they try, but, it's just dude on dude. Try as they might. No, it's a very good point. Here's the thing. I think most teenagers want to have sex, and most teenagers don't want to get pregnant.
Right.
But they ain't smart. I mean, it's sort of like. Here's the deal, Drew. Most teenagers want to eat, pizza and hot fudge sundaes, but most teenagers don't want to get fat. But that doesn't mean they're not going to eat the pizza and the hot fudge sundae. They're just going to eat, right?
That's right.
It's kind of the same with sex. Like, I don't want to get pregnant, but I'm really horny and there's no condom, so let's eat the pizza.
Right.
And that's it. That's the way they work. And if you can kind of get in between them and go, look, you could have your pizza and not get pregnant, then they would do it. But no one really intervenes, and no one gets in between. And once in a while, someone tries to intervene, and somebody pipes up and says, you're forcing them to have sex, which you're not doing. Condoning something doesn't mean you're forcing them to do it. And they're the teenagers who are going to get laid and going to have sex at the high school age, and those who aren't. Let's face it. There's no, and anyone who watches MTV, anyone who's been outside in society in the last 10 years does not need to be reminded that there's condoms or anything else out there. I mean, there's enough sexuality out there that's already being sold. They just need to actually have the condoms and the information on hand.
Thank you.
And Drew, where else does this retarded model work? You know what I mean?
In what sense?
Well, that education about something somehow forces you to do it.
Oh, listen, you've heard me say that before. I mean, if that logic were accurate, then we should not talk to kids about driving fast. We should not talk to them about drugs and alcohol, because if we discuss it, that'll make them do it.
Right. So the retarded right wing in this country says, oh, no, we have to tell our kids to stay away from drugs. We have to keep doing all these don't do drugs and stop taking drugs because we have to force them not to do drugs. But if we tell them about condoms and about sex and all that, that's going to make them do it. So the point is which one is it? I mean, you got to pick a direction and go with it.
Right.
According to their logic, they shouldn't be bringing up drugs either, because that's just going to make people go, oh, wait a minute, I haven't done coke in a while. That's right. I got to do some coke.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not using that as an example, Drew. I'm saying,
oh, you need to do
I
some
haven't
coke.
done coke in a while. I got to do some coke.
I understand.
You understood? Because I think the guys were confused. All right, let's talk to Nicole, because I think we got a lesbian on our hands here. Nicole, 25.
Hi.
Hey, what's up,
How's
Perky?
it going?
It's going good.
Good. So I heard you wanted a lesbian question.
All right, yeah. And by the way, I'm really into Dinosaur Jr. You into Dinosaur Jr.?
I don't even know what Dinosaur Jr. is. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
That's still cool.
Still makes me cool.
Still a good answer.
Still makes me cool.
Children.
Oh, here's the other thing, too. Watch this. You should check them out. See, that made me cool, too. Like, I know something you don't know.
Especially the early stuff.
Check out the early, or check out the early, the middle, and the stuff they haven't done yet in the future. Build a time machine and check out, not the next album, but the one after that. All right, go ahead, Nicole.
Oh, right on. So basically, in general, when I'm masturbating, I think about girls, and it's like an immediate, orgasm. And then, and I've gotten with girls, but it's been more on, drunk nights, and it's kind of just like happened to, it just happened. And then in general, I don't find myself attracted to girls. So I'm very attracted to men, love them, but I'm just wondering, in your professional opinions, what does that categorize me as?
I think, can I just jump in there? I think it's kind of a case of the, forbidden fruit type theory, I mean, I might be completely wrong. I don't know. I mean, I'm
not professionals.
Yeah, I just got told to come in.
Well, now I'm going to have to ask you to leave, man.
Forbidden fruit.
Well, when you get drunk, you start getting into that sort of naughty stuff that you're not supposed to do. You eat bad stuff, you drink bad stuff, and you lick bad stuff. Maybe there is an element of that. Plus, I don't know. Is there a 25-year-old chick who's born and raised in Los Angeles who isn't just sort of malleable sexually after a few wine coolers?
I think an awful lot of women experience arousal, sexual arousal, and sort of, I don't want to say attraction, but sexual feelings about fantasies around women. I mean, men are, let's face it, guys, men are sort of gross. And
I don't think so.
But I understand. You like being with men, but your fantasies may revolve around women. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't
mean a thing, huh?
No, unless you actually want to have sex with a woman.
Well, and also, hold on, quiet down. The taboo side of this that Matt brought up, I kind of like that. I think there's a part about women, there's a sort of naughty side that they have that's a turn on to them. Because for men, it's pretty much about just straight physical manipulation. We don't have a bunch of naughty thoughts. We have horny thoughts.
You kind of know what you want to do.
Right. And then it's like, how much is this going to cost? That's our next thought. But for women, it's like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but this is really naughty. And part of the naughty part, it sort of bleeds into the horny part because they don't really have a pure physical part.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that point there. Yeah.
No, well, I'm just embellishing. I picked up your point and I'm running with it.
You make it sound so much better than the way I did, though.
I'm making your point poignant.
Yeah.
All right, so Nicole, don't freak out. It's cool.
Oh, no, I'm
don't
not
freak out.
I don't completely agree with the whole girls not being completely sexual, because I've been.
Didn't say sexual.
No, well, you just said that, usually guys are more of the physical and women are more probably emotional, right? But
there's a larger mental component to it.
Right, but here's the thing, okay? I've been sans sex for about 3 months, and I'm going absolutely insane. So, I feel like a guy right now.
You've been without sex for 3 months.
Right, exactly.
Again, being without sex doesn't mean that you're sexual and that you want to have sex and you're driven that way doesn't mean your sexual experience is somehow now the same as a male. Yes, you want it more because you've been without it, but the experience is still yours. And
thank you.
Notice that the women have a much greater diversity of experiences. The X chromosome is very different one from another. The Y chromosomes, the thing that makes us male, all pretty much the same thing. There's not a lot of diversity in the genetic material there.
Nicole?
Yes.
Have you masturbated much in the last 3 months?
Oh, yeah.
How often? How often do you think?
Oh, at least once a day, if not a couple times. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, really? A couple times a
That's
day.
healthy.
Yeah, so she's more of the masculine, sort of masculine, androgenized version of the female.
And that's what I was thinking is like, I mean, I consider myself a feminine, human being, but at the same
you're
time, like,
a
maybe
delicate flower who pokes at herself 3 times a day.
But maybe it's, but maybe it's just, maybe it is like a domination kind of thing.
No, it's not domination. It's just you're androgenized. You're under the influence of male sexual kinds of biologies, and that makes you driven. That's all.
No, you do. You do run into what is it, Drew? What do you think? 5%, 10%?
Yeah, something like that.
25-year-old women have almost a sort of male type approach or drive.
Yes.
I'm horny. I need to masturbate. I need something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Drew. Don't say yes anymore. It's freaking me out. Holly,
Yeah.
you're 25.
Yes.
What's up, baby doll?
Well, I have a problem since I've had my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And my sex drive is just completely diminished since I've had children. And I used to be a real freaky-deaky girl.
But that's very, very common. That's very common. And have you talked to your doctor about this?
No, actually I have.
Yeah.
And I'm bipolar.
What meds are you on?
I'm on Zyprexa, and I've been on an assortment of different other mood stabilizers.
All right. Well, those psychotropic meds can shut down your sex drive too. So.
Well, my doctor says that this one in particular should increase it by some means.
Wellbutrin?
No, not well. I was on Wellbutrin. He stopped that because I'm rapid cycling. And
Okay. Which one should increase it?
He said that the Zyprexa.
Yeah, it can, but it does not really increase it. But it's not. But it can also get in the way of it too. But look, the fact is, you should talk to your gynecologist also about maybe being on some
See,
hormones.
my insurance doesn't allow me to talk to a gynecologist.
All right, talk to your general doctor then about being on some hormones. Sometimes just going on the birth control.
What if you have a friend who's a gynecologist and you just want to talk casually, not about your vagina? Could you do that?
I wish.
All right.
I really do. I mean, I've gone for my pap smear, my, biannual, and they just pretty much brush it aside, and there's no problem to that.
How often do you have sex?
I used to have sex like every day, every other day, but now it's down to like every 2 weeks, maybe.
How's your husband holding up?
My husband's really upset. I mean,
He's upset. How's his girlfriend? Is she taking it well?
Nah.
She cool?
No, I mean,
Because those are the silent, they suffer in silence, the girls. Guy's not getting laid at home. He brings all this tension into the office. She can't please him orally anymore in the bathroom. It's a what you call a vicious cycle. It's a cycle. I went through it. Drew, how many times have you been through it?
We've talked about it many times. Not for you, for me, you.
Yeah, no, for you, me, you. Listen, my wife doesn't listen to the show. That's the beauty of her. The beauty of me is I'm totally free. I've called my dad a pussy on the radio like 170 times. He doesn't listen to the program. No one I know listens to the radio, so I can speak freely. Now, once in a while, like Coos, who knows my wife, does the Adam said, "Ning, ning, 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 ning. You people need to kill yourselves." Oh, you evil, horrible people. But my wife, she don't listen to the show. My family doesn't listen to the show. I say what I want.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Same here, really.
Holly?
Yeah.
You into Dinosaur Jr.?
I just heard them right now on the radio, and they're pretty awesome.
What song was it?
Oh, yeah. This isn't Dinosaur Jr. in studio, by the way.
Oh, I know. It was, God, I've been sitting here listening for the past
3
hour.
days. Yeah, she's been on hold for 84 minutes. All right, Holly, how about Drew? What about this? How about her sort of kick-starting herself a little bit?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that's the birth control pills. Or certain pills sometimes will help with that. Certain hormonal.
You know, I wish. I mean, I would do that. I would totally be up for that. But my husband's the kind of guy that if I started to take birth control pills, because he just got a vasectomy, that he'd be kind of wondering what was up. And
hey, what's up is you talk to your doctor, and he wants to kickstart your sex drive. He's upset. He's by blaming you for this biological problem you're having. He's got to get behind your solution too.
I mean, I totally feel like it's my fault though. I really feel that I'm just
That's sad.
Oh,
well, listen, you're in love with the guy, right? He's okay. You're not punishing him.
I love him to death. He's just great.
All right.
He treats
well,
our
first
kids
off,
great and whatever, everything.
give him a mercy BJ every once in a while.
I do. But
okay, thank you. Let me explain something to you ladies. And I mean this, and I hope you take this in the spirit in which it's intended, but you chicks aren't used to doing stuff you don't want to do. As guys, you're born knowing you're going to have a whole life of doing what you don't want to do, and then you're going to die 8 years earlier than a chick, and you pay more for car insurance all along. That's what we know as guys. Women are sort of like I just know that women they don't get their ass kicked that much. Like growing up, guys get their ass kicked. You know, when you're 8 years old, you got football coaches yelling at you, calling you a mama's boy, and telling you to stop crying and get down and do some push-ups and stuff. It sort of starts with physical stuff you don't want to do, and then later on you get your ass kicked around work or whatever. Women, they don't want to get up in the morning and take the kids off to school or whatever. But these sort of labors are oftentimes labors of love. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Drew, you with me?
I'm with you.
I can tell you the people who do more things that they don't want to do are the people that get further along in life, and that's why guys build dams. Yeah. Women would get 3 days into a dam building project and go, screw this. I don't want to do this. It's hot. It's dusty, and my friend died because they fell off the crane, and now I'm freaked out. I'm going home.
Friends got malaria.
Outfit for the funeral.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do it. And then I think we've embraced that a little as a society. Like, don't do what you don't want to do. Meanwhile, this guy's getting up every morning at 6:30 and going to a job he can't stand that's halfway across town. Give him a little BJ every once in a while and let him hump on you.
There you go.
You don't want to do
not
it?
a lot to ask, really, is it?
No, you love the guy? Hold still for a minute. Yeah. And maybe that'll sort of kickstart things in the right direction, along with a couple little pharmaceuticals. Yes, Drew?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're with me on my thing about guys doing stuff they don't want to do all day, right?
Yes, very much.
Look, I don't want to get surreal, but that whole speech about stuff guys don't want to do, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. I really
That's surreal. That's surreal.
Is that surreal? Yeah. All right. The Dead 60s here tonight. They're going to be at the Weenie Roast. They don't want to be there. I'm going to be there. Sure don't want to be there. No one wants to be there, but we're guys. We got to do it. Yeah. We'll take a break. We don't want to come back. But we have to. We're guys. We have to come back. That's what we do. Chick wouldn't come back. She'd be tired. She'd go to bed. We'll take ourselves a little break, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. Madam, that's Dr. Drew, Matt, and Charlie here tonight from the Dead 60s. They got a CD coming out Tuesday, May 31st, and they're going to be at the Weenie Roast this Saturday in fabulous Irvine, California. Let's see, we're going to hear another song from the band. Let's take one call here first, and then we'll hear another song. Jessica?
Yeah.
21?
Yes.
What's up?
I've been having a lot of lesbian dreams and fantasies, and I had a steady boyfriend for a long time, and I was very curious, and I asked him if he would be interested in maybe having a threesome with another girl, and he said no. And I'm not sure what's going on with me. I've never done anything with another girl. I'm just very curious, and
How old are you again? You're
21.
21, and you like this relationship you're in with the guy?
We actually just broke up.
Okay. Well, that was your attempt at doing that. That's sort of what the plan was.
Or maybe it was his plan to try to work it up to a foursome. Yeah, I'll do that sometimes. Threesome, I'm listening, but keep talking.
Let's go one better.
Yeah, I'm going to need 3 chicks and my penis.
I'm not interested in any other people at all.
Yeah. Yeah, see, too intimate for you. You're chaotic.
Exactly.
He's
Right.
too intimate.
Or you
and-
just weren't into him. You're not
or you're not into him. Either way, when a chick suggests a threesome, I mean, it's good news and bad news, which is the good news is you get a threesome. The bad news is you guys are going to break up because no chick who's really into a guy
is going to do that.
Even if she says she is, she's looking for chaos.
Right.
So it's sort of like the bad news is the plane is crashing. The good news is you're going to get a BJ from the stewardess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a smoke screen, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, but as smoke screens go, it's a good one.
Yeah,
and you know, it is.
Happy ending, really.
I might use it myself.
Yeah. So, Jessica, what's up with your past? Your dad split. He cheated on your mom. There's some chaos. What's going on?
I never really knew my dad. I got raised by my mom. He
There we go.
got arrested for being a drug lord.
There we go. Well, there you go.
Well, it's better than pusher. Drug lord.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty.
Yeah, anytime you got the word lord in the title, you're not doing too bad. Yeah.
I've never met a drug lord.
Gay lord's a little tough.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Drug lord, huh?
Yeah, he was in prison for a long time.
Well, did you guys lead a lavish lifestyle before they caught up to him?
Yes.
Bet they had a swimming pool.
Did you guys have a swimming pool?
I bet they played that Marco Polo.
Did you ever play Marco Polo?
I don't think so. I don't know. I was very small when he got caught.
Okay, but the pool, they didn't take the pool with them, did they?
All his stuff got taken.
Oh, really?
Got taken.
You know the game Marco Polo?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to change that to Adam Carolla.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I can tell she's in love with it. You know how that would go, Jessica?
You say Adam, I say Carolla.
You want to try it?
Okay.
Adam.
Carolla.
Adam.
Carolla.
Yeah. That's good. All right. Now bring that to your next pool party because summer's heating up. Oh, yeah. All right. So, what's the deal? So chaotic. Yes. Drug lord dad. Crazy thing. Too intimate. This is a guy who really loved you and freaked you out, and you had to get rid of him.
That's right.
We broke up for other reasons, but yeah.
What was the reason?
I don't know. He and I just weren't clicking the way we used to. I felt kind of ignored a lot of the time.
You weren't clicking.
That's why you had that.
Those aren't other reasons. No, you this became too intimate and you sabotaged it.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Okay.
And you broke up with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. All right. And he wasn't a bad enough boy. That was the problem. He's just sort of a decent guy, right?
He's a very nice guy, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you can't deal with it.
You can't have that. You got to have somebody that's a drug lord, basically.
Yeah, like your old dad. That's how it works. No, look, you laugh all you want. It's real easy to figure out, which is, here's the thing. There's two choices chicks like Jessica have, especially 21. Now, when she's 38 and she's been through the ringer and been, thrice divorced and all this kind of stuff, that's fine. But at 21, here's her choices. She either needs super chaotic bad boy guy, or she needs nice guy who's going to drive her nuts eventually. At 21, you want to be with a nice guy, but you can't tolerate it.
Right.
And you will then look for things to screw with the guy, like let's have a threesome or cheat with one of his friends, see if you can get him fired up, anything to have him explode on you, or eventually you just break up with him.
That's right.
All right, Jessica, so what's the next move for you?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Where's Dad? Is he still in the joint?
No, I don't really see him very often.
All right, but he's out of the joint.
Yeah.
All right, and Mom, how you doing with her?
Oh, she's a psycho, but I'm still staying with her. I moved out, and she asked me to move back in to help her out, to take care of my grandmother and stuff like that.
All right, so bad times. So you need a gig, you need a life, you need some independence, and you probably should be on your own for a little while, and some therapy. How about you just go on your own? How about you take 6 months off, and you just, focus on your career or whatever it is?
Okay. I'm a college student.
Okay.
What are you studying?
Psychology at the moment.
Where?
I'm at American River.
Oh, of course.
I haven't decided on a major. I haven't declared a major, but I'm taking a lot of psychology classes, and I'm leaning towards that.
American River. They had first off, a great football team. So, what the hell's American River? It's not junior college, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
All right. Come on, baby. Who you kidding?
Snap into focus.
Snaps into focus. You're wasting your time. Let's get a good job.
I've got a transfer going. I'm almost able to transfer to a 4-year.
Right. Chris has been transferring from his junior college since I was in the 8th grade. And I'm older than he is, so I don't know how that math works. Chris, you're going to be graduating at the end of the year, by the way? Still not sure?
I don't know, man.
At the end of next semester, I'll have my transfer.
Yep. All right. You and everyone else who goes to junior college and never actually moves on. All right. And then what?
Then I'm going to go to a 4-year. I'm going to see if UC Berkeley will take me.
No, they're not. They don't take people from junior college.
They do. They took my friend, actually, if you pull good enough grades.
100% Iroquois Indian, though. Come on.
I'm half Native American.
Oh, you are? Oh, you're in. You're in. Just go over there and demand that they accept you, or you'll make it rain. I don't know how it goes. All right, good. Half Native American, you're fine. What's your dad deal? Peyote?
No, he's not Native American. He's
Okay. Your mom's full blown American Indian?
Yeah.
Wow. Really? 100% like Cher?
Yeah.
Really? Is your mom an alcoholic?
Not an alcoholic. She does drink some, but
All right. Take care of her. And take care of yourself. And don't hang out with any bad boys. No dating for 6 months.
okay.
Focus on your studies.
But also, if you're into psychology, you might want to get some therapy because if you're going to really pursue that career, you're going to have to do that anyway. So
Yeah. That'd be awesome. You could focus on your studies and you'd be the only person in junior college who was focusing on their studies. It'd be quite a novelty, Drew. I don't know if they'd know what to make of it. They'd probably discipline her at first. And eventually they'd grow used to it. Yes, Drew?
Yes.
Don't you think it would throw the faculty into a tailspin if someone was actually focusing on their studies?
They would be rather concerned.
I think they would. A dangerous trend, I think they would label it. Again, I know everyone has had an ass full of me making fun of junior college, but just look around, everybody. Look around. See, find me someone who's graduated and moved on. Engineer Chris, I know it's got to be tough for you, buddy.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I know.
All right.
But this is like a junior college intervention.
All right.
That's what there should be. Forget drugs, junior college. Like I'd bust in on some of my buddies. Dude, you're 33. You've been going to junior college for 11 years now. Do you understand? You're not graduating. Let's go get a job. Get off the beanbag and let's go.
Though.
You have a job, but you live at home.
Right. Yeah.
And you're going to junior college, and you're going to transfer to a 4-year.
Yes.
Right, but you're 29.
Right. Well, no.
You're not going to make it this year, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm 28, dude.
28. Yeah. All right. The over-under is 34. That's just for the transfer.
Okay, I thought you said I can't. I got to be done by 30, right?
You got to be done by 30.
All right.
That's the other thing. If I'm at junior college, I clean house. Anyone over 30 who's not a faculty, you're gone.
Yeah?
Yeah. Drew, would you do that?
Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy. Drew hates junior college, too, secretly, but he can't really talk too much about it on the radio because he's supposed to be the voice of reason. All right. We should, but Drew, you would kill yourself if any of your kids went to junior college. Am I right?
Yeah.
You would, really, you would, right?
Let's go to a song, dude.
Yeah,
I just fall.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, we should hear a song from the Dead 60s.
Yeah.
I know we're running a little bit late, but these guys are fast. They're peppy. They play upbeat music. They play finger popping music, Drew. That's what I like about the band.
And they like Dinosaur Jr.
And foot tapping. Yeah. All right, this one, you ready? Yep, this one's called Loaded Gun. Yeah, the Dead 60s, everybody. They're going to be playing at the Weenie Roast. Also, CD is coming out on Tuesday, May 31st.
May
31st. Exciting, everybody. Another good song from the band. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, y'all. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is in New York City tonight. Why, Engineer Chris?
Because somebody dropped a nickel.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah. The Dead 60s in studio tonight. Going to be at the Weenie Roast this weekend. And the new CD coming out on the 31st of May. Let's just go in order of who got here first. Jessica.
Hi.
You're 19.
Yeah.
You fantasize about girls?
kind of. Like, in my dreams, I don't think about this during the day, but when I sleep, I have dreams about being with women, and I've never been with a woman.
All right. Well, look. We've talked about this. I don't want to brush it under the carpet, but it's really no big deal. This is what women do.
Right.
Doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You know, I have dreams about unicorns and Pegasuses, and it doesn't mean anything other than I'm gay.
Can I add something?
You realize you could dream that you were performing oral on a guy and you would be less gay than having dreams about unicorns? You understand that? It's interesting, isn't it?
Go ahead and ask that question.
I'm okay then.
Earlier you were saying that history repeats itself.
Yeah, family histories, yes.
Yeah, right. My mom had her first kid when she was 16. She has 6 kids. There's 4 dads.
Oh,
Never
4
been
what?
married. She never got her diploma.
4
My
dads.
sister had
4
her first
dads.
kid when she was 16. Has 3 kids now. She's only 20. 2 dads. Got her GED. I'm going to college. I'm the first one in like 2 family lines, like my grandma, my grandparents, and my parents. I'm the first one to get their diploma, and I'm in college, and I have a really good job.
And you have
I
no
just wanted
kids.
to add that.
You're
Smart.
breaking out. You're breaking
Good,
out.
baby
That's
doll.
great.
That's it. Go ahead, everyone. Feel free to defy your family's horrible trajectory they've sent you sailing down life in. You know
But
what I mean?
the really interesting thing, though, is that you have to be on your guard all the time, that you're going to consciously say to yourself, I'm not going to do that, but realize you're going to have to watch yourself constantly, because magically you will find ways to make choices that put yourself in that same position again.
Right. Raymond.
What's up?
You're 25. What's up?
Yeah, I'm just talking about time when I was 14 and basically just had sex with my aunt one night.
How old was your aunt?
I think she was 26.
That's a little weird, but it's not devastation.
Now, when you say your aunt, was it someone you knew very well and knew since birth, or is it somebody you'd met as a adolescent?
No. I knew her when I was about maybe 9, 10. You know, we did.
No, Adam. No. How dare you?
Yeah, I know. You have to say no 8 times. You didn't meet the woman until you're 10,
and then reported that you've known her since you were a child. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what's up?
I want to know, when is it? Well, how long does it take for a person to just get over it, you know? And not just that, but
26
how much
days.
does that affect myself later on? Because I've done some funky stuff, and I don't know.
What do you mean?
Okay, put it bluntly, I've done bestiality. I've done it with both men.
Did you say male? Hold on, did you say male and female dogs?
Yeah.
Were you neglected for a long time when you were a child?
Well, not neglected. No, it's just thing is, 94 was, well, even before that, when I was like 2 years before that, I was even curious about dogs, you know? So I'm not too sure if it was the dogs first or my aunt, but...
Wait a minute. Drew.
Yeah.
Is this bogus? I can't tell because
I don't think it is, because it's hard to create the kind of quality he just did, which was he equated his aunt with the dog. You know, that's pretty imaginative for somebody that doesn't really understand this. And that people with zoophilia sometimes can't differentiate, you know, sort of animals and people. They just are, you know, people just a little more of a hassle. But you know, everyone's outraged. I have to say this, yes,
just to be clear where I stand. Everyone gets outraged about people having sex with dogs, but. As a dog, there are many things you could do. You could be sniffing out explosives at an airport. You could be a police dog having to chase people of color all up and down the streets and getting kicked at.
Pulling a sled.
You could be pulling a fat lesbian Eskimo through some frozen tundra for 2,200 miles before you just succumbed to exposure and had your other dogs eat you. I mean, at least you're getting some here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, the other thing is it's an outrageous, it's a horrible thing, but we hear about people abusing children all night long on this show, and people don't get outraged over that, amazingly.
Right. People really worry about the dogs. And I meant nothing racist at all when I said chasing people of color. I think that was clear. Raymond?
Yeah.
So you sound quite disturbed. This may be a bogus call, but you still sound like a very disturbed person anyway.
Tell you the truth, I wish it was a bogus, but I'm tired of the fact.
Yeah,
this what do you do? How's your... Here's, I guess, my question. Do you ever think about doing anything that would sort of be considered criminal, crossing the line, so to speak?
Once in a while, but I know better. I mean, my mom has instilled... It sounds stupid. My mom has instilled morals in me to not do anything criminal, but still, basically, when I was around that age, 12, 14, I was dealing with a parent who was terminally ill, and that was just my escape. And
the dogs were the escape?
Well, not just the dogs, but heck, I would try to find escape in anything. I would dive myself into a computer, go online, or play games, or
F the pooch. And look, so Raymond, you've had a tough life. You've had a hard life. It seems like a little therapy would be in order.
Yeah, why a little treatment? Come on.
Yeah, you're not a stupid guy. You got things going for you.
You're also you're not responsible for what's been happening to you. You've got some very heavy things that have happened. Some behaviors have emerged as a result. You were victimized by a family member. There's some things that need to be sorted out here. It's not because you're a horrible person. It's because the circumstances were rough.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, too, everybody. You have choice. You're young, you're 25. You could take this to your grave and just be a weirdo your entire life, or you could get yourself a little help, do a little counseling, and get things straightened out. Drew.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you people have no money for counseling and no whatever. You can start by listening to classical music and going on long walks.
And there's
First
always,
thing you do.
Yes, there's always 12-step programs. And
12-step.
County mental health facilities, wherever you are.
That's right. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this. Well, that's the show, y'all. I want to thank Matt and Charlie for coming in here from the Dead 60s. A delight.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
And a fan of Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah. Early stuff, especially.
I didn't know I was a fan until I came on this show, and now I realize I am.
Well,
but only of the early stuff.
That's what you're listening to right now.
Yeah.
Although you listen to everything.
Yeah. But mainly Dinosaur Jr.
Mainly Dinosaur Jr. The Alkaline Trio is in here tomorrow night, and then MXPX is in here on Thursday. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.